Ow.
What's up, goobers? Welcome back to another episode.
Today we have a guest with us.
Greetings, fools.
I don't know if guest has a name that he wants us to call him by. Guest, do you have a name, or do you want to be known as guest?
I would like to be known as the unknown one.
The unknown one.
Greetings.
All right.
Greetings, the unknown one. I am now he who shall not be named.
Elias! I'll throw this random flower I found on the ground at you.
Good luck. We're on Discord.
Damn it! It's fine. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll throw it at you tomorrow.
Our
Will you
Discord.
even remember to bring the flower?
I will put it in my backpack in like 2 seconds.
Honestly, probably not.
Oh, a thwomp.
Honestly,
What's gonna
with
pop out of
this thing-
these?
Ooh,
Sorry.
ooh, ew, I don't like the texture of this. But it's so squishy.
Flower.
Anyway, so the topic of today's video, so basically Elias decided to go on the internet and he searched up something, and it's just basically random questions, and we are going to answer those random questions because we're bored and we got nothing else for now.
What
by
food
the-
looks disgusting but tastes delicious?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say it doesn't really look disgusting, but once you know it's in there, mustard with macaroni and cheese.
What?
It actually doesn't sound horrible.
That sounds weird, man.
Okay, but something
wait.
that would look and probably
Mustard
taste
or-
disgusting is ketchup with macaroni and cheese.
Why would you
Because-
put mustard on mac and cheese?
Hear me
Extra
out here.
flavor? I don't know.
Ah!
Good mustard or American mustard?
Good mustard. Well,
American.
actually,
It'd be
I'm not
American
really sure.
mustard. It'd probably be American mustard, knowing how our cheap butts are.
Yellow mustard you get from the store. I don't know.
American mustard.
The sad
Okay.
mustard.
It wouldn't be horrible though if you really think about it.
It would be.
American mustard is horrible, and therefore, it would be.
It's not horrible. It's just
Yes, it is.
agree to disagree. The unknown one. I don't really know. I either really like a food or I really dislike a food. I don't really look at something and go, ew, gross.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is octopi. I was offered to have an octopus once, and it didn't look gross, but for some reason I refused to eat it. I would still honestly refuse to eat it. But
It
I don't
sounds.
know.
Sorry.
Continue.
I've heard rumors that it's almost rubbery when you eat it.
I hate
Like
that.
Like
It
this,
just-
it just not good.
The sound, okay, when I went to bed, I was in the 4th grade when I was offered it, and Dad offered it to me because he worked in a sushi place, and so I refused to eat it, and so when I went to bed, for some reason, I just kept imagining that there were little octopi in my bed, and I kept freaking myself out because I kept thinking that there are little octopi in my bed. I'm like, no, there's not octopi in here. I'm fine. I'm safe. Because I thought it was I freaked myself out for no reason over eating octopi. Something that's
Yeah.
it's a very stupid thing to freak myself out over, but yeah.
Yeah, my brother does that with seafood, and I don't know why.
What-
He used to have a major problem with shrimp, but
Why?
recently
That's
he's
so good.
kind of gotten over that.
I guess it's one of those to each their own things. I mean,
Yeah.
what we just said probably sounds super weird to somebody else.
Yeah. Okay,
Goodness.
so anybody who's not in the Midwest, I'm probably about to freak you out. Dip
Uh-oh.
your pizza
Ah,
in ranch.
stop.
It's actually really good.
Stop.
Please.
Hidden
No.
Valley though. Hidden
That's
Valley
the
Ranch
worst
specifically is actually
ranch
really good.
ever.
What?
That's the world's wateriest ranch.
So it's good.
Oh my god.
No. Wait. You have to edit that out, don't you?
Yeah, I will. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no. Personally, I might have grown up in the Midwest, but I am not a Midwest kid.
I am. I've spent my whole life here.
I've spent my whole life here. I'm not that crazy.
Yeah, same, and I still wouldn't
Usually.
go.
I was born and raised here my whole life. I've
I-
never moved once.
I've moved a lot, but it's all been in the Midwest. I've stayed in the same state.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
You've been in
Hey,
Nebraska your whole life?
my whole life, yeah. This is going to be the first time I'm moving out of it.
oh,
Dang.
Mhm.
Man, I can barely think of moving out of my room, let alone my house. Let alone the state.
Oh, I've moved like 8 times already. So this is not really too bad for me.
Actually, I think the whole me not moving thing is because partially a choice from my mom, because when she was growing up, that's all she did, I think.
Was move. That's all my mom did was move because my mom was a military kid.
What do you mean by military specifically?
Her dad was in the military. There was even a little bit of time where she lived on base. So
Oh, you mean like actual? Okay.
yeah, like her dad was in the military type of.
Yeah, because there is somewhere in Nebraska a military road, I believe, or old military. So I was a bit confused. Just clarifying.
Oh, forgot that was a street.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
You're gonna have to give me a second.
answer the food
Okay, I
question.
finally found a second. Generate random topic. That's a bad one. What is your favorite piece of technology that you own?
Um, my iPad, but because I get a draw on it.
Fair enough. This one's probably gonna be really short, to be honest. I'm gonna go with my computer. You know, the thing I'm editing and recording this very podcast on, which also just like ran out of memory 2 days ago, and I had to remove a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, you
Alright,
went to the panic.
I don't have it yet,
What?
but what? I'm saying this, though.
What don't you have yet?
I don't have it yet, but I'm soon going to get a desktop computer.
Ooh,
Nice.
Great.
I can't wait till I get one. Honestly, it's gonna make
Yeah. I've had
something.
this crappy laptop for a couple of years, and it has run out of memory and RAM and can't run shit. So
I've had this one laptop since I was like 12. So
How long will it be till you get it? Do you think?
I have no idea.
wait and see.
I haven't ordered it yet.
Ooh. What's your limitations?
I don't really.
Forget on it.
Like price-wise, I'm assuming.
Ideally under $1,000, which is really hard for computer.
Yeah, that is pretty difficult.
I'm not folding all these clothes. I'm just gonna throw them in a pile and hope that I can get by with that. It's fine. I'll cover it up with a different bag. Anyway, next question.
Yeah, that one was fairly short.
That one was kind of boring.
You're going to. Sorry. You're going to die.
What is the most annoying thing about your phone?
Okay, so my last phone was a Samsung, and so basically everything about the iPhone, not because the iPhone's annoying, because I need to get used to how the iPhone operates. Like, okay, the volume buttons, it bothers me so much because like you click it, you click it as one would, but then like it doesn't control the thing I want it to control at the exact moment that I want it to control, and so I have to like brain for a moment, and I don't want to think too hard. because I'm tired.
Yeah, it makes sense. Me personally, I don't have a phone. I just really hate phones in general. Computers are superior in
Oh,
every way except for transportability.
and
Which is
communication.
the main factor.
Communication is also kind of a big thing with phones that are better.
Right?
But other than
I
that,
mean, I guess, but like, just
other than that though,
it's so closed source. It bothers me because like you can't really look at the files you want. Changing the ringtone can be a nightmare because you need a
no,
computer to change the ringtone.
you don't. You don't need a computer to change the ringtone. I changed my
If you
ringtone.
want
And
to,
I did.
let me clarify. Change to a custom ringtone.
I
I
did
made a
change mine
custom.
to a custom ringtone.
Yeah, if you make it on yourself, but I mean like external songs you don't want to buy.
Yeah, I know.
Stuff
I
like that.
downloaded it off the internet and I found a way to import it on into a way where it can be my ringtone. A
Well,
phone
clearly I
call
haven't
is
cared
here.
enough, I
A
guess.
phone call is here.
I guess I just haven't cared enough to actually try to make it work
Now
then,
put it in
because
an
I mean,
MP4,
you don't have a phone to carry. So
put
I
it
mean,
in the
it's just
garage
there.
band, and then you can make it a ringtone.
Next question.
Wait.
What, do you want to say
Uh,
something?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go
The
for it.
most annoying thing about my phone is that my screen protector is cracked, and it's really annoying to get it centered when I try to replace it.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst. Really, a screen
Yeah,
protector for anything.
anything.
Also, when Guest said that his screen protector is cracked, it's a little bit more than cracked.
It's a,
Um,
a little
it's
bit
it's
more.
it's actually quite a bit more than cracked, and I'm slightly scared.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I almost broke a Nokia, and my screen protector isn't even broken yet. I like to say that I almost broke the Nokia on the first day I had it. So
You can't break a Nokia.
Yeah, you can.
I almost did.
Maybe you could.
Okay. A bit of clarification for those of you who are still thinking, no, that's impossible, or no, that's just a stupid meme. It's really quite simple. You see, the
I don't.
battery was put in backwards.
That is
That'll
actually
break
what
any
happened.
electronic device,
That's
except if it's
actually exactly
DC.
what happened.
No, DC
No.
device.
DC motors do not break when you put the batteries in backwards.
They just go in reverse.
Yeah. But a Nokia is not a DC motor.
Why not?
Why?
Why would it be? That seems
Why
like a
wouldn't it?
poor allocation of resources.
A Nokia is just a Nokia, and it was a very interesting almost year.
So it broke.
So it broke. So the Nokia didn't break. I mean, technically, it kind of did because it wouldn't send me my text messages anymore, or my calls, or anything. It was kind of a brick.
Yeah.
Kind of weird having a real phone now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see how it could be.
Like the phone is the size of my hand. It's such a change.
Hmm.
It's purple. Okay, next question.
It's purple.
Bye-bye.
I had a good one and then I accidentally regenerated. What do you think about reality TV?
What's a
Oh my.
reality TV again?
It's like those shows where it's obviously not reality TV, but like Big Brother, for example,
Don't know what that is.
technically reality TV.
Don't know
You
what that is.
don't?
No.
I really don't watch a whole lot of it myself. It's Hell's Kitchen, I think, is technically one.
Yeah.
Wait, so is it like basically like TV that's like real events that happen?
No.
You guys are not helpful. I'm looking it up.
Survivor is another
What
one.
is
Yeah.
reality TV? I don't watch any of these shows. Television
Good.
programs in which real people are continuously filmed, designed to be entertaining rather than informative.
It just kind of sucks.
Like baking
Depends on
shows.
which one. Survivor used to be good.
Right, used to be.
Then they changed like a whole bunch of their rules, and they're just like not fun to watch anymore. Because
Were they
now
Uh,
it's
first place?
okay, so
very
basically
strange.
baking shows, and those are boring.
Yeah. I
I'd
Yeah.
mean,
rather be
there are a few
baking
good
myself.
ones.
I'd rather be baking myself than watching somebody else do it, you know?
Baking yourself like your body, or baking,
Yes.
yourself. Like you'd rather be baking.
Like, I'd rather be baking, like, like using the oven myself.
Okay. Because, I mean, what you said could be taken in several different ways.
I'd rather be baking myself. Alright, now what?
That's my pants.
The content update episode.
What?
Content update. What is the most overrated movie, obviously, in your own opinion?
Hmm.
Um,
Literally anything that isn't The Goonies, or The Princess Bride, or Atlantis: The Lost Empire. If anything, Atlantis is underrated.
um, I don't watch a lot of TV. I know there's something in my brain. Just give me a second. Disney movies. Disney in general. Avengers. Avengers is overrated.
Okay,
Okay.
hot take for a lot of people. Literally anything involving Marvel.
Yeah. Marvel's okay every once in a while, but
Like, I
like for
mostly
the
just
most
don't
part,
care.
like it's gone to the point where I don't care anymore.
I'm gonna go with The Greatest Showman. It's not really a good movie, you know?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I never watched it. I'm assuming the songs are good, but not the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, the songs are great. The movie, not so much.
Okay, just based off of sheer annoyance factor as well.
Trolls.
Frozen and Hamilton. Like,
Hamilton?
Uh,
Hamilton
I think
only not the play itself, the
Because of the
songs, because of the theater kids.
okay.
fan.
The only song that in Hamilton that I genuinely have an issue with, there's 48 songs. You can't have an issue with all of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, the only song that I
Yes, I
genuinely have
can.
an issue with is My Shot because it was so overplayed. Like, it's overrated. I don't understand why everybody likes it so much. My Shot is just not that good. You know what's a better song? Say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. There's nowhere I can go.
Murder you.
The only one I know is You'll Be Back, and I'd rather not have that ingrained in my brain forever. But it
You
is.
know
Thank
what?
you, theater
That one
kids.
is actually pretty overrated also. Like it's good, but the other songs sung by the King are definitely much better than that one.
Mm.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, though.
They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. La da la da da. Ow. But yeah, Hamilton is good. But oh my goodness, I saw Hamilton like live, but it was
Yeah.
recently with a new cast, and
Oh,
the new cast, they, Eliza sounds like a child.
have you seen that
I don't.
one version of Hamilton where some people made a ripoff and they got sued to hell because they tried to make it conservative Hamilton?
I have not. No, but that sounds funny.
That's
It is.
hilarious. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I think Burr looked all wrong. Just how Burr looked alone was wrong.
I'm just gonna pretend like I have a single clue what you guys are talking about. I've
I
never seen
think
it.
Burr was played by a white person in the version I saw. It was sad. Anyway,
here's an interesting one, and probably the last one before I have to get off. How do clothes
Sure.
change how the
Apology.
opposite sex views a person?
How do clothes? Okay, well, if you're more revealing, at least as a female, if you're more revealing, women are going to see you as a whore. If guys see you more revealing, then they're going to see you as a whore. You know?
What you guys doing?
Podcast. Hello, random other guests.
Welcome to podcast, random other guest.
It's almost over because I have to get off soon for
Oh, I'll
various
stay on.
reasons.
I'll stay on and occupy all these kids.
Okay.
Texas
And you
Church
can see what it's like having.
unauthorized Hamilton play.
Mario.
Actually, you know what? While we got y'all here, you guys can ask me questions. After Elias leaves, though, you're gonna have to ask like specifically me, but I can try to answer for Elias a little bit, but I don't got much.
Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately, also the gameplay will disappear after I have to go because I am the one doing it.
that's alright. I mean, you guys can watch me clean my room if you want. But that's not really as entertaining, I don't think.
Yo, room cleaning podcast.
Whoa! Yo, what's what we've been
Yo.
waiting for?
Samoa, you've been waiting for.
I should clean my room.
Yeah, probably.
Look at this guy. He's cheating at Mario.
So,
No. Bro, cheating
would
at
you rather
Mario?
see a death loop?
Yes, actually, I would rather it be a death loop. That'd be hilarious.
How dare you cheat at Mario?
Yeah,
Well, it wouldn't be that
How
fun
dare
for
you
me,
cheat
so
on
no thank
Mario?
you.
who cheats at Mario of all things?
How
I'm
dare
not-
you cheat on Mario?
You
Why
say
would I
cheat
be
on
cheating?
Mario?
Hey, hold on a second.
You're cheating on
Back
Mario
to
with Peach.
Oh my gosh.
No, you're
Dare you?
cheating on Mario with Luigi.
No, I'm cheating on Luigi with Waluigi.
Wah.
No, with Wario.
Wow.
Yeah, so I do have to get off, unfortunately.
No.
So, do you want me to actually? No, I can't. I have to shut my computer off. Never mind.
It's 2 to start.
Either way, that is all I have. Unfortunately, I do have to get off.
Bye, Elias.
Yeah, have fun going on without me.
I will.
Try not to post too much propaganda.
Hi.
Ow, my knee just
This
popped.
isn't the American Revolution. Calm it down, Buckaroo.
Anyways, see y'all in the next episode, hopefully. Peace
Yeah.
out, goobers.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
And now with me. I don't really got much to say.
Nope, I got nothing.
Mermen.
What? 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 Put pictures in Discord general. Do it now.
Wait, what?
What?
What do you want? No,
Uh,
wrong
Depends on what I thought you said.
I don't know what you thought I said. No, I keep pushing all the wrong buttons.
I thought you said merman.
Yeah, I said mermen.
Post pictures in Discord general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not general. There's chitter, there's chatter, but it was actually posted in the digital art channel.
Oh.
Anyway,
That's terrible.
so random guest, what's something you really enjoy?
Soup.
Soup? Soup is
Soup.
good. Do you have a favorite soup?
I made osumashi soup a couple days ago.
Mm,
It was
that
great.
sounds good. I really like food in general. Food is super good.
Soup helps you stay alive.
Food helps you stay alive.
That's what I
No,
said.
you said soup helps you stay alive. Unless
Well,
I'm
soup
deaf.
is a kind of
I
food,
mean,
and
soup is
therefore,
food.
soup is soup.
No, you're soup.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. You're not soup because nobody wants to slurp you.
Hate you.
And
But in
this
a
is
good
what
way.
happens when Elias sleeps, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
So, so is soup like your favorite food, or?
Yeah, kind of. I like soup.
It's good. Soup
What's your
sounds good.
favorite food?
What?
What's your favorite food?
Ramen. Ramen's my favorite food. It's so delicious.
Just soup.
Specifically, I always forget the name of it. It starts with an M. It's the 25-cent packet ones. You know those?
Marjan. Yeah.
Yeah, those. They are my favorite. There's like I could tell you differences between different types of ramen. Like, okay, like there's the difference between that type of ramen and then the Dollar Tree version of ramen. Dollar Tree version of ramen is like a cheaper quality of noodle, but you get five for a one pack. Well, you get 25 cents, or you have to pay 25 cents for one little package of ramen. So in order to get five at the Dollar Tree, you only have to pay like $1. Well, $1 to $1.25. I can't remember if they upped the price to $1.25. But and then if you wanted to get like the little packets of noodles and they only cost around 25 cents, that means you would have to pay so 25 times 5 would equal $1.25. So in the end, it kind of evens out. So you might as well just get the better quality of noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's
Oh, you're
my mom really.
passionate.
Yes, I'm very passionate about my ramen noodles. There's also my mom really likes to go to the Asian market. And so everyone sometimes she'll get me like different types of ramen to try because she knows I really love ramen. And so I don't know, try it. And obviously I'm biased towards my cheap ramen because I'm a cheap person and I'm okay with that. Um, but honestly, like it's good. Like the flavor of the Asian ramen noodles is really good. I really love the flavor of it. But when it
Hmm.
comes to the noodle quality itself, it's kind of mediocre, you know?
Yeah.
So really it just so I mean, I guess if you took the flavor aspect of the Asian noodles and then you mix it in with like noodles like the one noodles, the one I really like. It's my favorite. Yeah, I can't remember the name. Then it would make like almost the perfect thing. But you can also get specific noodles that are meant for ramen noodles itself, and you can always mix those the powdered sauces with that. I haven't tried that yet, and I might have to do that next
Oh,
because that would be delicious, I'm sure.
yeah.
And I'll probably update you guys if I ever follow through with that. I'm really bad with follow through, but yeah.
So last time I had ramen, the night before, I had like you make them in the microwave, like egg rolls. They were kind of bad, but they came with good sauce, and I put that in my ramen, and it was delicious.
Yes. Yes. We have curry powder and like red hot chili powder in our kitchen, and I like to mix those with the ramen, and it usually tastes really good. So,
Delicious.
It really is.
Nice.
It's like it gives the ramen a little bit of a kick while also
Yeah.
giving it more flavor. Overall, just amazing.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It really is. What's probably your favorite drink?
My favorite drink?
Yeah.
Well, I like to make sodas sometimes, handmade sodas.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
I want to try making root beer, but it's really difficult.
Mm. Well, that sounds like a really fun hobby. Probably also really time consuming, but probably worth it in the end.
It's actually really easy.
Really?
Yeah,
Cool.
Big Soda doesn't want you to know this.
Soda making was a lie created by the government, obviously.
Duh! That
Soda's
was
made
like
naturally
that.
by the earth. That's why it's so easy. I really like slushies. I should make homemade slushies.
Yeah.
I would have a blast.
Have you
Soda's
ever made
gonna.
ice
Hmm?
cream? Have you ever made homemade ice cream?
Yes, actually, I have. It's been a
It,
long while though.
it's great in a root beer float.
That does sound good. I think we made strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. When we move down to Georgia, we're planning on making a lot more ice cream.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you're going south.
Hmm?
Because you're going south.
Yeah, exactly. And so it'll be very useful there.
Yeah.
Viewers might be wondering why I'm moving to Georgia. Um, or they might not be. Maybe they just don't care. Either way, I want to tell y'all, I'm getting myself doctors that are better for me. Because Nebraska doctors, they're mediocre at best.
Mediocre at best. That sounds
Yeah,
like a great band name.
it does. You know what also is a good
Mediocre
band
at
name?
best.
The
What?
Nobodies. The Nobodies just sounds like a really cool band name. But like for a really small band that won't ever go anywhere because they like know they're not going to go anywhere and that's why they call themselves the Nobodies.
The Nobody's world's greatest band.
I'm saying this because my dad actually created a band and he called them the Nobodies. And yeah, he had a few performances and whatnot, but they never really went big. And he called them the Nobodies because he knew that they wouldn't get big. So big brain.
If you predict failure, can you ever truly fail?
I
The
mean,
answer
it
may
depends how hard you fail. Because sometimes you feel so well that you impress yourself. You're like, damn, I didn't know I could fail that badly. Jeez, it's almost nifty. Mm.
Why am I
Probably could take
playing with
some
a
tack
pair of
off my ground.
pliers?
Hmm?
I'm playing with a pair of pliers.
That
Say
sounds
that
fun.
10 times.
I like how last podcast was just like full of energy and full of so many different like nitpicky little things about ADHD, and now we're over here basically topicless, and we're just like, "Ah,
Because I'm tired. I'm EP.
I'm EP too, but I can't go to bed yet, sadly. Mom technically
Mm,
wants me in the kitchen, but I'm not doing that yet.
I still have to
I'll
do the
do.
dishes.
Yeah, I'll probably do some cleaning Wednesday.
Ow! I dropped the pliers.
Well, that's unfortunate. You should probably pick them back up.
The pliers.
What's probably your favorite class at school?
Biology.
Biology. How come?
So far. Maybe robotics will be better, but I really like using microscopes.
That's fair.
So in biology, we were looking at Alodia leaves under the microscopes,
Yeah.
and floating in with the samples, I found a little bit of duckweed, and I looked at that under the microscope anyway,
Nice.
even though we weren't supposed to.
No.
The teacher said it was.
Scandalous. Teacher said what?
The teacher said it was cool though.
Nice. Personally, speech and debate was my favorite class because that was when I befriended Elias.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Uh, basically, we had this teacher who was really cool. We love that teacher. Sadly, they're not out of school anymore. Very sad about it. But
Mm.
they were really cool, and me and Elias and I really loved her. Uh, and she was just the reason why we loved her was because she was really chilled back and relaxed, and she would joke around with us and stuff. But like there was one class period where it was basically free work time, and I was just laying on the ground to come up with ideas, and she just let me. She just didn't care because it was just a time for us just to brainstorm. And so she
Course
was
it
so
would.
chill that she let us have her as our planet. Basically, we had this project called the Utopian Planet Project. It's
I heard about
something.
that.
Yes, you have definitely heard about it because Elias and I both love this project to no end. Um,
Yeah.
Elias and I have been thinking about doing a podcast on our Utopian Planet project because of how much we love it.
Can I
Um,
help? Constructed languages. I love constructed.
what?
Do you know about constructed languages?
I do not.
All right, so it's basically making up an entire language from scratch with
Mm,
like phonetics and an alphabet and writing systems. It's
that
really cool.
sounds fun.
Yes.
It sounds like a
We
lot of
could make
work.
an entire podcast just on that.
We
But plus
could.
all the building.
Yeah, maybe you could be a reoccurring guest in one of the times. You can just help us create an entire language just because.
I
And
also think
hmm?
the I also think the solar system surrounding the planet is very important to that planet's ecosystem and the makeup of the planet itself. Like how it formed, all that is important.
Hmm.
So what
What
was your
was what?
what was your Utopian Planet project about?
Okay, so we were basically tasked. We were able to be in groups 2 to 4, and we were basically supposed to find a new planet to inhabit and basically make it our own planet that with our own education system, style choice. There's obviously going to be some issues with the planet because nobody's perfect, etc., etc. Our planet ended up accidentally turning into an entire solar system.
Great.
Yeah, it starts in. I won't go too much into detail about it right now, just in case we want to end up doing a whole video on it.
Oh
But
yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
yeah. the gist of it is basically we made an entire solar system, and we're one of the things that we had to have was like a mascot, like an planet animal, I guess.
Yeah.
And our planet animal was our teacher, and she was perfectly okay with it because, of course, we asked her before we just put her into our project. But she was so chill that she let us do that. And she also gave us, we had music playing in the background during our presentation just because we wanted to. And she gave us extra points for that because she really liked one of the songs we played, which is Birdhouse in Your Soul by They Might Be Giants. It's
Ah,
one of my,
it's my
it is,
head.
yeah, it's my favorite song of all time. Not because of the class, but because it's just a really good song that I can relate to.
Yeah,
Uh,
every time it plays, it gets stuck in your head. Thus, birdcage in my head.
mm-mm. Birdhouse in Your Soul.
Birdcage in my head.
I am so disappointed.
Build a little birdhouse in your soul, bitch. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, I had to answer a question. Uh, I'm so happy. I have, not everybody's, that's exaggerated, but I have people's, Christmas presents planned out already. Like, I already have a couple of them.
This
And, yeah, I got it early. I mean, I think mom got ours, like, really early in the year. But honestly, getting it earlier in the year is a lot smarter because then you don't have, like, everybody trying to get everything all at once.
that
Personal
makes sense.
opinion.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yippee!
What was I gonna say? I was thinking about something, but I forgot.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, must be all the disorders.
Might be the ADHD, just maybe.
Maybe.
Fun fact, actually, apparently Ehlers, a lot of people with Ehlers also have ADHD, and it's suspected that the two of them actually might be linked. Where, if or I shouldn't just say ADHD, ADHD and or autism, neurodivergency. Typically, people who have Ehlers are neurodivergent in some way, and people are suspecting it might be linked.
Yeah. So, our viewers, do they know both of those terms from your first episode already?
What?
Do they know what Ehlers is?
They do not know what Ehlers is.
Please describe.
Um, do you want me to go on a rant about what Ehlers is? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Please
What?
do.
Okay.
Please do.
I will gladly go on a rant about what Ehlers is. Okay, so Ehlers, something I have. I specifically have hypermobility Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I could be saying it wrong because I'm an idiot sometimes, but I assure you, I've done a lot of research. Basically, hypermobile Ehlers is one of 13 subtypes of one of 13 subtypes of Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a group of genetic joint disorders and tissue disorders, and basically your entire body's falling apart. That's like the gist of it in a very broad sense. There are multiple different types. There's the ones that are more specific to your heart. There's ones that are more specific to your brain, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not very good at the majority of the types of healers, but I am most well versed in what I have, which is the hypermobile version, which is actually the most common version of healers that you'll end up seeing. Ehlers actually is more common in females than it is males, if I remember correctly.
So it's a
Which
sexist.
it is a sexism thing. I just found that to be a very interesting fact. But Ehlers is obviously prominent in both males and females, considering that my brother is already going down the Ehlers path. Anyway, that aside, now on to what what hypermobile Ehlers is exactly. Hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is, or HEDS for short. I'm going to refer to it as HEDS now because it's a lot easier to say. HEDS is basically it's hypermobility where your joints will overextend. I should show like a camera of what I mean. Like I can do this,
God.
which is 45-degree angle. Elias actually made fun of me for that once. There's
Bend your elbow backwards
I can
45 degrees.
I can bend my elbow backwards. I could do this where I can touch, which apparently is not something normal people can do.
It's
That's where you're able to put your thumb all the way across to the other side.
I don't
Um,
consider myself a normal people, but I can't do that.
um, Another thing I can't. This is something I can't do personally, but where you're able to put your palms to the ground. So basically, um, you it's like you know how in PE class you would touch your toes. It's like
Yeah.
that, but instead of touching your toes, you're touching the ground with your palms. Uh, oh,
Oh.
definitely have to draw drawings for this because I just realized my camera is not being recorded. Anyway, that's all right. I'll draw pictures for this later. Elias is going to come back to the recording and be like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I went on a little rant." Anyway,
Just a couple
just
hours.
a little rant. And so those are just like common different like little things that people who are hypermobile and have Ehlers can do, but it's not like really all of it is. Ehlers is, in short, just a lot of pain. HEDS is chronic pain and chronic fatigue. It's your joints. They're a lot of times they can sublux or dislocate. Dislocation is where I can't dislocate that I'm aware of, but dislocate is when it goes out of your socket, like out of like it goes out of the socket. The joint just completely separates. And then sublex, which is something that I do, like I don't like I can't like just do it on command or anything, but like whenever I'm like walking to school with my backpack on, my elbow will sublex a lot. Or not elbow, my shoulder will sublex a lot, specifically the left shoulder. Yeah, my left shoulder. And subluxing is like dislocating, but only somewhat, where it's only partially going out of the socket, not fully.
So
Uh,
if you roll your ankle.
yes, I actually do roll my ankles a lot because I have Ehlers specifically in like it's more prominent in my ankles, while my mom was more prominent in her knees. For me, it's more prominent in my ankles and my elbows. For mom, it was more prominent in her shoulders and her knees. Um, don't get me wrong, we have it everywhere because it's not just one body part that it affects. It affects everywhere, but sometimes it's more prominent in one area of the body than others. Um, I actually have braces, not braces, they're sleeves. Mom calls them braces all the time though, so I often say braces, but I mean sleeves. I have sleeves that are buried underneath my blankets. I'll draw an image with me having them on, but I have ones for my elbows, which I hate wearing because they are really tight and constricting, but like in a way that's helpful, you know, because it needs to be that way. I have some for my wrist, I have some for my ankle, and I have some for my knees. My wrist also are an issue because I write a lot because of school. And so basically, wherever there's a joint, you're most likely going to hurt. That means that the back is in pain all the time.
Yeah.
Woo. Like, and a lot of times, people who are like younger, a lot of times people who are younger don't get diagnosed with anything. They don't get told that they're having any issues or anything because their issues don't make sense to doctors. My mom, her entire life was told that you're making up your pain. Your pain isn't real. It's non-existent, which they were wrong. my mom had to go to California only a few months, like not a few months, it was like a year ago to get it diagnosed properly, and she had to go out of state just to get a diagnosis. Um, I was actually really lucky to be able to get diagnosed in Nebraska, but there was only one doctor who would do it. I had a doctor look at me, and I was able to do things that were very hyper. I can't remember what I did that showed him I was hypermobile, but he was like, "Wow, you're really hypermobile." Well, I shouldn't say hypermobile, but you're really You're like impressively flexible. He was a doctor who was able to tell me I was hypermobile. Like that, it was his job to diagnose me as hypermobile, and he didn't. So I was lucky to get a doctor to even diagnose me. It took like another month or two before I was able to find a real doctor. All my life, I told my doctor year after year after year after year about ankle pains all the time. Trust me, it hurt. Uh, and I even went into dance, and which for a few years, and it ended up making my pain a lot worse. Which you would think that the exercise would help it, but it ended up
But
kind of
it
making it
does.
worse because I didn't exercise the proper way. Because my ankles weren't stable while I was dancing; they were very,
Mm,
you know.
that's
Um,
terrible.
and so, but the doctor just told me, "Oh, you're fine. You'll grow out of it. It's just growing pains." Which I actually ended up looking it up at some point, where doctors are. I could be wrong. You should do your own research on literally everything I'm saying as well, because I always promote doing your own research. Don't just trust a random stranger on the internet.
You're
But
an unreliable narrator.
I am an unreliable narrator because I'm experiencing it through a first person point of view. I'm not experiencing it through a scientific point of view, but through a personal point of view and what research I've done.
Hmm.
So I do promote own research. What was I saying? Ankles. Yeah, I was told that it was just growing pains, and apparently I looked it up again. Research this on your own, but I read that growing pains are even being questioned if they're real or not. So
Oh, huh.
yeah, um, yeah. So I was basically told that my pain is not significant in any way. And when my mom basically had to almost yell at the doctor, she had to restrain herself from yelling at the doctor to get me to go see a physical therapist. Like my mom never cries. She was almost on the verge of tears.
Mm.
It was a sight to see. And the doctor reluctantly sent me to physical therapy finally. It ended up being Macavicca, which they told me, okay, my mom was like, okay, so what exercises should they be doing at home? What exercises should be done? And you want to know what Macavicca told me?
What?
Google it.
Fucking Google it. That. d- Don't you think you've done that already?
Like like it's your job. It's your job to tell us what to do, and they couldn't even do that much.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah. Um, and that is why we're moving out of the state.
Ah,
Uh, yeah.
healthcare.
Uh,
Mediocre at best.
actually, one time I had somebody ask me why I was so bubbly all the time, how I was able to be so upbeat and happy all the time. And
Yeah, very bubbly.
and like, I think at the time I responded with something like, "Oh, I'm just kind of naturally that way. I'm just kind of a naturally upbeat person." But now that I'm thinking back at it, it kind of makes sense why I'm so bubbly all the time. Because if I was upset all the time if I was upset all the time because of my pain, then I would never be happy.
Oh,
It, like you
mm,
got to find joy in things, even if it seems really hard. You got to find joy in the everyday thing, right?
yeah.
So Yeah.
How long have we been recording?
Oh. Probably for an hour-ish.
Think that's good?
Probably. Do you want to stop? All
Sure.
right.
All right.
Well,
Next
thank you for
episode.
letting me.
Next episode. Utopian Planet Project.
I don't know. I'll have to chat with Elias about that. It'll probably
That's
be an episode eventually whenever we get to it.
cool.
Yeah. Thank you for being a special guest today. It was very nice venting to somebody about everything instead of venting to myself about it. I don't
Yeah.
realize how much I vent to myself about things. So yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
No, you hang up.
You hang. All right. Bye, goobers. Thanks for listening.